Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Sarah, and for today's video, I'm getting personal. I'm doing answering questions I'm too afraid to ask. So instead of like asking my mom questions you're too afraid to ask, like, you know, all those videos, I'm doing it flipped on me. So here we go. I'm in the hot seat, but hopefully you guys get something out of this video. I'm hoping I can give all of my life wisdom to you guys. So let's get into the video. So I had you guys ask me some questions on my Instagram, and I did a little like poll or questionnaire type situation. Okay, let's just dive in, shall we? What's your major? Seems like you always change. Girl, you're not wrong. So I've changed my major 4 times. Oh! But I started out as a business major, and then I switched to media communications, and then I switched to biology. Oh. And then I switched to psychology, where I currently am, and I'm very happy now. I don't regret all of the major switches because I'm very much someone that's like always like, what if, oh, what if I did that, what if I did that? So like I am just so glad that I tried out like literally everything I could and then ended up here, because now it just makes so much sense as to like why I did each and every major, and psychology just makes more sense than ever for what I want to do, and it just matches up with me, and like the people in the major were just like very similar. It just fits. When do you leave your mission trip and what prompted you to go? I think I only talked about it in like one video, but I'm going to Africa this summer for a missions trip. I'm going to Zambia and Malawi, which I am just so excited about. Last winter break, I was just thinking, and I was like, man, oh man, like I have not studied abroad. That would be a pretty cool experience, and I feel like I might regret if I don't have some kind of like cool traveling study abroad experience in college. And so I looked into it. Way more expensive than I was expecting, and so I was like, our school has these Love Works trips, missions trips that you could apply to a few months back. I was like, that would have been an opportunity for me to like pour into people. And so I sent a little text to my favorite professor. It was like, I know you've led these trips before. Can you some way find a way for me to come on this trip? Literally like an hour after I send that text, I get a call, and he's like, so Sarah, I emailed the guy that runs Loveworks, there's a spot for you. I was like, yeah, I'm going. Like, I'm literally going. So I'm excited to tell you guys about it. Are you dating? A million questions. Are you seeing anyone? Any boys? No, still single. But to be fair, I was watching like the video I did before college, like this video like this, and I was like, I'm not gonna be dating. My plan is to stay single throughout college and then figure it out. I don't know. I'm just so grateful that I have stayed single throughout college. It's just allowed me to like make the best friendships ever and figure out just what I enjoy, and just, I don't know, it's just given me so much more time, and just I've grown into who I am. Don't get me wrong, I have not had another boyfriend, but I've definitely like gone on dates and like gotten to know other people, but right now I'm currently single. How do you feel about underage drinking? Have you ever tried alcohol? Well, I am 21. Woo! Woo! I think the way you view alcohol has to do with so many different factors. Some people don't drink because of like health reasons, religion reasons, maybe family backgrounds, and so I just think it comes to like evaluating all of these different factors and just understanding and like thinking of how it's gonna affect you. And I think it's also a different answer for whatever time of life you're at. That's all I have to say on this. Are your DMs actually open? Yes, send them my way. If you ever have any like life questions or like stuff like that, send DMs my way. They are open. I do try to respond to them. How do you maintain a consistent relationship with God? I'm definitely working on this. I feel a lot closer to God when I show my gratitude towards him. Like if something goes well in my life, I try to just be like, oh, thank you, God. Like, thanks for making this happen, or thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for this. Thank you for this person. And I like to pray throughout my days and like pray for people, pray for myself, pray for situations. And I think that also helps with the gratitude part, because it's like when you pray for something and then something good happens, it's like, oh shoot, like I literally prayed for that. And I think friendships that are God-centered just help a lot. Just who you surround yourself with, what you surround yourself with really makes a big difference, and I feel like you can kind of feel that. Another question on the deeper side, how do you keep faith when nothing is going right? This is a hard one. It's definitely very hard to do. I have gotten into the headspace of like, how am I going to get out of this? Why is this happening to me? Like, this is the worst I've ever felt, that kind of stuff. And I have gotten out of it many times. Like, time after time, I feel like God has proven to me, I am putting all of these blocks and hurdles in your life so you can hop over them, get stronger, and it's leading you to a different point. You're meeting different people along the way. You're accomplishing different things. Like, you wouldn't be who you are without these things. And when struggles happen, it's just a moment to look at it as like something that's making you stronger, and you are gonna come out of it like you have before. What career do you want to do? So I am not like positive, but what I've been telling people is I want to be some kind of therapist, possibly marriage and family. There really aren't like a lot of Christian therapists out there, and I just feel like we kind of need those. I feel like they also have like a stigma around them that they're like gonna force their beliefs on you, but I think it's a lot more reassuring to know that the therapist you are going to has the same like core beliefs as you and kind of understands where you're coming from. And so I think that would be kind of awesome. And then I've also always had this dream to combine yoga and therapy. I love psychology and I love yoga. Describe your dream guy. Okay. I feel like I always wanted someone that was like so like outdoorsy, climby, just like granola boy. Now I'm kind of like, I don't know, because I feel like if they're like that, it'll drown out that side of me. So like it's awesome if they're like that, but also that's not like a priority now. If they don't have that, then I'm fine with that, as long as they like that side of me. I want someone that just brings out me. Like, when someone thinks of like Sara, I want to be the most like Sara that I am when I'm with them. They gotta make me laugh. I don't want someone that is generally flirty and that girls would ever think like, oh, when we're dating that he's flirting with them and that, oh, he's just naturally flirty. No. But I do want them to be a people person. But I don't want them to come across as flirty. This is just dream guy. They don't have to be, but I want their like funniest self, weirdest self, whatever, to come out with me. They gotta be a Christian, and they just gotta be very driven as well and just have big goals. How do you stay so happy all the time? I'm not always happy. This is my highlight reel. I go through, especially in summer when I'm by myself more, I'm in my head a lot, but I do take time. I put my phone away, I read, I go to yoga, I go on walks, I talk to my friends, I call my friends, I talk to family, I plan for things ahead that I look forward to. I'll watch a good movie. I love a good movie. Make a YouTube video, plan for YouTube because that excites me. That's what I do to stay happy. If I find myself in a funk, I like to go on a walk and listen to a podcast. Like, that's what is like a quick fix, I feel like. So those are my suggestions. How do you show your love to God? I would like to be in the Bible more, because I feel like that's when I feel like I know God the most, when I'm in my Bible the most. But I feel like gratitude is how I do it the most, and just like every little thing that happens to you, that's because of God, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you're not religious, that's okay. That's totally fine. I don't know, just like giving thanks. How do you gain confidence on your skin journey? This has been like such a journey for me my whole life. Like, since 8th grade, I've struggled with acne. The main thing I feel like I've learned is just like your skin's always gonna change, your body's always gonna change. The worst thing can do is like to wake up and be like, what's it gonna be today? My skin or my body? Like, what's gonna like get to me the most? It sucks. I feel like how our world has kind of turned to with social media. It seems to all be based around looks, but we have the power to have it not be if we are putting our time into our relationships and into the things that we enjoy, and like realizing that the people that are close to us, they're not friends with us because of our looks. But another thing too with that is something I'm trying to work on over summer, is just like knowing that like I am doing my best, like for my body, for my skin, doing everything that I can. And so if it's not looking its best, that's not in my control. Like, I'm doing my best. I also have another another question that was, do you have advice on how to deal with body image? So again, like I was saying, I think acne and body image kind of go hand in hand, and I've struggled with this. This has been one of my biggest struggles since I started social media, so like sophomore year of high school, since I really started getting into it. Just having to look at yourself all the time, it's not fun. It can get to you. So I think this summer I'm really trying to just like get to the whole other side, because I've definitely gotten like way better with things. I've had a couple of just eating problems. I wasn't like diagnosed, but like, I mean, I did have an eating disorder. I've gone through like weight changes, and that is so normal. If you're gaining weight in college, if you're gaining weight in high school, if you're gaining weight, it's normal. Our body is supposed to change, and like, I've always thought like, oh, we're supposed to like maintain our weight. Like, we have this weight that we're supposed to keep, and if it's changing, then we're doing something wrong. But our weight is changing for a million different reasons. It doesn't matter what we're eating, how we're exercising, it's just gonna change. Especially for women, like our hormones are like rah, 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 like it's just always different. So personally, I've chosen time and time to not weigh myself. I also love working out, like yoga, because it makes me like feel good. If you have any questions about anything that I just talked about, DM me, because I know it's a lot. So that's how I deal with body image. What's the hardest part about college? I would say for my college and specifically, it's very small. It's about 1,200 people. I go to Point Loma Nazarene University, by the way, and it's 75% girls. Everyone there, I swear, is like stunning and has this like awesome style and stuff. And so it can be hard when like you're just surrounded by them constantly. And like, I've lived on campus like all 3 years, and so it's like you just live in this, and like you think that the world is like, everyone wears this, everyone is this, why am I not like exactly like everyone else? There's just this, you know, the Pinterest beauty standard. That's what it's like at my school. It makes it so you gotta like find confidence in who you are much faster, I think, in order to survive. I don't know, it's not that bad. It's hard, but also what makes it so much better, it kind of cancels it out, because like the girls that go there and are comparing themselves to each other, like everyone is just such amazing people, and if you open up to someone, they are feeling the same thing. And so it's also showed like the power of relatability and community, and like having a small community like actually opens the door for such more intimate relationships and just getting to know people on such different levels than a bigger school would. So I think that counters it. Just how's college really going? It's going great. Had its downs, but it's great, and it's going by way too fast, and I'm sad. I think that's it. I love you guys so much. Let me know any other videos, any other questions. DM me if you want. If you have any other questions, leave a comment. Comment right now. Let's comment blue summer, and I'll heart and reply to your comment. Go do that right now. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.